Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another video in the pitch reel, and I'm actually doing something a little bit different this time. In fact, I want to actually put this into like a week's worth of content, so obviously I'm not necessarily sure where this video will end up, but it is the first one I'm doing, so probably the first one, but we'll have to really just wait and see. Honestly, I don't really know. Anyway, so guys, what I'm doing here is I'm bringing on other YouTubers, other Dragon Ball YouTubers onto my channel, and I'm going to have them sit down and pitch to us basically their idea of an ideal slice of life kind of filler episode for Dragon Ball Super, something they would really like to see and exactly why. And I'll talk through all this idea with them, and we'll kind of try to figure out kind of a flow of the episode and basically what we're trying to get at, or some kind of nostalgic idea that we're trying to kind of breach at this point. But anyway, my first guest on this entire series is probably just kind of a couple episodes with a couple different people, but if you guys like it, we can just keep it like coming. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of ideas. But anyway, I've been talking a lot. My guest today, he's going to share his idea with us, is the frozen particle. Actually, frozen particle, because there is no the. It's Anyway, guys, please introduce yourself, Nathan.
Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. Happy to be here, Mark.
Always a pleasure. Guys, before he starts talking about his idea, please pause this video, go down to the description below, hit that link, and go subscribe to him, man. He makes amazing content. I cannot stress enough how awesome Nathan is and how good at YouTube he is, even though he doesn't post as much as he used to. Tisk tisk. Anyway, guys, he is really a very good content creator, and y'all should really go support him. Anyway, Nathan, enough stroking you for one video. I want to hear your pitch.
Okay, well thank you very much first of all, but anyway, so my pitch. Okay, Master Roshi, one of my favorite characters in the series, and I think he's been getting sort of the quiet treatment. I think he shouldn't be, in the, in the background, for too much longer. I think he needs to just go out and really shine in an episode. So that's pretty much where my slice of life episode begins. So, Master Roshi, he's feeling down because, during the Resurrection F fight, he didn't do so well. He didn't do so well, with the Frieza army. He was doing okay, but by the end he was tired. He was worn out. He wasn't feeling the best. Gohan and Piccolo and many of the other stronger guys had to sort of jump in and sort of be sort of the main people to face the Frieza soldiers. So he's feeling down about that. He feels like he needs to get stronger and train, kind of like how Gohan thought he needed to in the end of the Resurrection F arc. So he's kind of doing the Gohan thing, but where these comparisons end is, Roshi actually does something about it, because Gohan's not doing anything, to be honest. But anyway, Master Roshi rounds up like the ragtag group of people to train with. I'm talking Yamcha, fucking Oolong, like people you wouldn't expect, to see training. And obviously you get Krillin in there. So pretty much they start training, and Krillin is obviously, a couple of leagues better than Roshi at this point in the series. So Krillin starts doing better than Roshi, and then Roshi sort of sucks. He's rusty. And then they do the training, which is pretty much akin to the original Dragon Ball, with the them carrying the milk and delivering it over the mountain and stuff. They do sort of that thing. Oolong obviously is the worst at it. Krillin is obviously the best. He's sort of a Goku in this case, someone to sort of rival Roshi. And Yamcha's sort of a comic relief along with Oolong. I don't want Yamcha to, get beaten, too badly, because I think he done enough of that in Z and Dragon Ball. Like, God's sakes, just give that man a rest. But anyway, so Roshi, sort of sucks at this stuff. He's getting rusty, and yeah, that's pretty much where all of the comedy leads to. And we haven't seen a a main episode with Roshi in a while, like quite a while actually, where he was like the focal point, and I don't know, I think I'd love to see him again. He's one of my favorite characters, you know, the perverted old man. I just love it, bro. But yeah, so that's my pitch. Master Roshi needs to come back.
No, I really like that idea. I mean, I just kind of go off of what you were saying, like just kind of being able to take back and kind of showcase like the original Dragon Ball training with Goku and Krillin at that point. Like if they were, you know, taking the milk, and it would be great because, like, you know, get up in the morning, they take the milk and everything, and then they plow the fields, and they have to sit out and do like a couple hours worth of studying. But like instead of studying, like Roshi just kind of has his nudie mags and inside his book and stuff, and Krillin just like, it would be really kind of a fun idea just to have Krillin take on the Master Roshi role and Master Roshi take on the student role, even if it's just nothing but complete just humor and just a callback to the original series, and just get some really iconic images of, you know, them going across the log and all that other stuff that they did during that training session, plus just seeing like a very quick progression of all of them getting better at it, even though they, you know, you throw logic out the window and they should all be able to do this like pretty easily.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but just seeing them struggle at first and then eventually become better at it, and then they just kind of end it with like, you know, we can't necessarily be Goku, but we can still push ourselves and better ourselves in our own way. I really like the idea. I feel like it's something we need, like kind of a focal point away from people like Goku and Vegeta, and show that, look, these were the roots of the entire series, and it's something that we can take just for even one episode and kind of revisit that, and then take that and end it with, like I said, the entirety of, look, we're not Goku, but this is kind of who we are, and we're proud of who we are, and we will continue trying. As long as we're alive, we will continue trying. And I think that is a good lesson and a really nice, like, kind of filler episode, slice of life of people we don't get to see much.
Yeah, I completely, like, agree on that. And I really love the point you made about, like, we're not Goku, but we'll, you know, still try our best. I really love that moral, and it's what Dragon Ball, you know, Z bases, you know, most of its stuff on, is like morals and sort of like these sort of life lessons in a goofy, wacky, you know, presentation. I don't know, I really like that concept, and like the whole episode will have like a touching conclusion saying that, like, you know, these guys, like, without, you know, Master Roshi and like Krillin and stuff being like the competition and the wise master, Goku, I don't think he'd obviously get really strong, but, you know, that drive wouldn't be the same as, you know, if he didn't, you know, train with Roshi.
And just another thing I was just thinking about, if we were going to follow this formula, one thing that would be really funny, like really awesome, is if they're going to take back and like go, okay, well, this is where we were in Dragon Ball, but we're just kind of calling back to that and just trying to be really nostalgic about it. It would be absolutely hysterical if 18 were to take Launch's role and the whole thing, and she was expected to cook and stuff, and just like the attitude of that, and it's like it never goes back to being like pleasant, other than with like Krillin or something. But if they're just making her cook and everything while they're out doing like just, you know, working all day doing nothing to help her, just like her like increasingly becoming more and more angry, with Marin there to be completely like, you know, subtly just like kind of calming her down, because, you know, obviously she's a child and stuff, and she will, you know, be calmed down by her child or something. But that's something that I would really like to see, just being like the launch role in that situation.
Oh my god, that would be absolutely, like, seriously great. This needs to be an episode. But no, I completely agree. I really like that concept of 18 being the launch role, and like, yeah, I find it funny that, like, Android 18 doesn't need a machine gun to take these guys out. Like, they, you know.
Mm-hmm. Just this, her being mad at them is like scary enough. And it's like, and just yeah, because they're not helpful and they're not helping clean, but because they're training and they're doing all this stuff, they're very messy. They're more messy than they usually are, and everything. And it's just that, to me, I know it's just like it's a little thing out there, but just utilizing all these characters that are in kind of the same area would just be phenomenal in my opinion. But anyway, guys, make sure to tell us what you think of this particular idea in the comment section below. Do you think that this is a really cool slice of life episode idea? Do you think that Nathan is kind of onto something and something you would really like to see at some point down the line? Whether or not it will happen, probably not, but I think it's an interesting idea. Anyway, Nathan, thank you so much for like coming in and sharing this idea with us. It's not something I've ever thought about, but now that we kind of sit around and talk about it, like, man, that would be an amazing episode.
I agree, and thank you, man. No problem.
Anyway, guys, like I said, please go make sure to check out Nathan in the description below. You won't be disappointed, man. Just go down and subscribe to him, and you'll really like his content, especially a couple of his videos out there. Like, more of his more recent stuff is really good. Anyway, we're going to catch y'all on this next one. It's more of a little series I'm doing, and I'm hoping to get like all your favorite Dragon Ball YouTubers on here at some point. I have confirmations from a lot of people that they'd be willing to do this, so you know, fingers crossed for more of these really soon coming up. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next video, guys. Bye.